Hi, today I want to talk to you about a full circle moment that I've seen play out over the past week. Because sometimes you don't see the full story or you don't understand the beginning of something until you see the end. And this is one of those things. I was teaching on Jesus forgiving Peter this past week, while at the same time saying goodbye to those that I've been teaching. So it was like a bittersweet moment. It was hard, but at the same time, it was beautiful because I finally got to see the full arc of the story. See, when Jesus first met Peter, he was on a boat, just fishing, doing normal Peter stuff. And Peter's first response to Jesus was, "You don't want me. I am a sinner. I am not what you're looking for." And looking back at my life, I can relate to that. Jesus didn't meet me on a boat, he met me in this basement. But when he met me, when I cried out um, for help in the middle of my depression and anxiety, Jesus met me here. But at the same time, I didn't feel worthy. I looked at all the flaws of my life, the battling PTSD and depression and addiction. That's not what Jesus was looking for. At least in my mind, I was like, I am not of use to you, right? I was a shell of who I was supposed to be, and I couldn't see it at the time. Now, at the end of that arc, you see Peter depressed after Jesus is crucified. He thinks like, well, that part of my life is over. You know, I'm nothing anymore. Jesus met him on a boat again, and kind of in the same way that he met him the first time. Throw your net out for a catch. And this is after Peter had denied him 3 times, saying, "No, I never knew Jesus. No, I wasn't with him." 3 times. And Jesus didn't bring it up. He didn't say, "Hey, look at these failures. Look at these things that you did. You're right, you aren't worthy." No, he didn't do that. He just asked a question: "Do you love me?" He asked it 3 times. Full restoration. He restored him. He didn't have to check off any boxes. He didn't have to make all these things right. He just said, "Yes, I love you." And it doesn't end there. Jesus calls him forward. Jesus says, "Go feed my sheep." And for me, that was like eye opening because I kind of follow the same arc. A lot of us probably do. Jesus met us in our lowest moments. We didn't walk the straightest path. We felt like we fell off. We felt like we weren't good enough. We felt like, oh, well, I made a mistake. There's no turning back. That was me. I was wanting to be seen and I was wanting to do all these things to become a better person. And I became less of myself over the course of that process. And Jesus said, "Josh, go feed my sheep." And, I had an opportunity to go somewhere else, to be a shepherd there. And and I look back and I'm like, wow, these past 3 years, you know, if I would have held on to everything that I've messed up on or I didn't do well or every person that I hurt along the way, I wouldn't be where I am today. And Jesus isn't asking me to dwell on those things. He's asking, do you love me? Go feed my sheep. So it was a beautiful moment for me. And I liken it to Peter because I see that. I see that arc. I see the full circle moment. And for me, what it's saying is, you know, you may not see it, but God does. You may not see your gifts, but God does. God knows what He has in store for you. Keep your eyes fixed on Him. And I'm the type of person who used to dwell on my past, but now I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. It's already been done. What I can do is keep my eyes fixed on God, keep my eyes fixed on Jesus and what he's done in my life, and try to help other people as well. So if you find yourself in that moment where you're like, I think I messed up, there's no coming back from this, there is. Jesus loves you. Go feed his sheep. Go be the light in the world that he's calling us to be. Go be the good in the world that you want to see. It's never too late. All right, thanks, friends. God bless.